The future time travelers step out. The future time travelers step out of the time machine, and here comes out. Who is it? Future Trunks and Miguel. If you don't know who Miguel is a Spider-Man from the future, and he's Spider-Man 2099. That's basically my knowledge of Miguel. But yeah, and in this what if Miguel is actually from Trunks' future, and he got his powers shortly after Spider-Man died, and everybody, and he trains under Gohan and Trunks, while Trunks and Miguel train under Gohan. And Gohan dies, and Trunks and Miguel came back to the past, and now warns everybody in 3 years there will there will be monsters that will wipe out all of them, leaving only Trunks, Bulma, Gohan, and him. They need to train up for that. And in case they couldn't handle it, they will come back to the past to help him, to help all of them. So they give Goku the medicine, and they went back to the past. They went back to the future, and everybody hears the news of how they died. So they all train intensely for 3 years, and after those 3 years, everybody is stronger than ever. Goku this time actually remembers to take the medicine, and now he's fully cured of the heart virus when Android 19 and 20 attacks. And it was a wash. 19 what number is he? 20, I think it's 19. 19 seeing this, he makes a destruction, blows some part of the mountain off to make smoke, and he just runs away to awaken 17 and 18. And they try to follow 19 as good as they could, but they made it. They managed to catch Jiro, but Jiro tells them there's no way they're beating 17 and 18, and opens it. Comes out 17 and 18, of course. And they awaken another android. Who is that other android, by the way? It is Android 16. Android 16 awakens. The usual thing happens with there just being Peter and the others trying to defend and try to kill those androids. But the androids are too strong. And they walk out like it was nothing. And yeah, everything went like in canon. And Trunks and Miguel came back to the past. And Vegeta finally realizes Trunks, he has the same name as his son. Finally realizes Trunks is his son. And finally thinks to himself, no, he's finally happy in life because his son is a Super Saiyan. But before that, they need to go find those androids. So later on, Piccolo senses the energy. It's a weird compilation of everybody. So he went to check it out, and he sees Cell. Cell explains why he's here. He's from the future. He needs those two androids to become perfect. Piccolo said, I'm not letting you get that chance, and slices him in half. And Cell regenerates, and shoots a solar flare and just runs away to God knows where. Piccolo, knowing this, he knows he might need a little power boost. So he wanted to call me and said, let's fuse back into one. Kami said, why? And Piccolo says to him, there's a bigger threat than the androids. We may need to name this Namekian again. So Kami reluctantly fused with Piccolo, and Piccolo is born. The name is Namekian is now born. And he tried to sense for that guy's key, but he couldn't. He was suppressing his key so nobody can sense it. And everything goes down the same. Everybody goes. Vegeta and Trunks, one in a time chamber, came out with grade 2 and 3. And the next to go in were Peter and Miguel, because they both have the same spider powers, so they thought they might be able to improve those powers. So they both went in together, and when they came out, they were stronger than ever, but they sensed, oh dear, Cell has gotten stronger. How? Vegeta, being a moron, let Cell become a perfect form, and they knowing this, they get angry at Vegeta, yelling at him. Why would you do that? You moron! This could mean the end for everybody. Vegeta says, do you have no pride? Beating him at his weakest moments is not good. Vegeta wants to beat him at his full power to making his pride feel better, his ego bigger. And Goku doesn't want to even hear it. He goes in the time chamber with Gohan, comes out with Master Super Saiyan, and Vegeta says, I need to know this power. Goku says, here's one thing. Go find out yourself. And in this timeline, Goku isn't really happy too much, because Vegeta let Cell become his perfect form. Nobody is really friends with Vegeta at this moment. Not even Goku even doesn't see the good in him. But like usual, Cell games happen. The 10 days of peace. Everybody is just staying like they usually do. But one thing, Vegeta and Trunks kept training. Miguel and Peter kept their training. The only people that didn't train are Goku and Gohan. And the Cell games begin. Mr. Satan tries to fight Cell, gets flunked, and the next to fight Cell was Vegeta. Vegeta wants a rematch, and he knows he has gotten stronger. Over a couple of days of trying to get that Master Sate, he managed to get it, with Trunks following suit. And Trunks said, go get him, Dad. And Goku says to him, don't get your hopes up. I can sense Cell's energy. He's stronger than Vegeta. Maybe stronger than all of us combined. And Trunks sees this and his smile just turns into a frown and thinks, we might need to go all at once. But in that moment, Vegeta uses a Big Bang attack, and Cell almost gets flung out the ring. And Cell just uses a little mega punch and just throws Vegeta out the ring. Vegeta says he's not knocked out yet, but Cell says, that's not the rules. There's a ring for a reason. So stop whining and get the next fighter in here. The next fighter ends up to be Trunks. Trunks is the same result. The next is Spider-Man. Peter uses his webs to web Cell up, and he was showing results. better than Vegeta at least. Peter just punches Cell left and right until the webbing Cell breaks the webbing. Peter almost got flung all the way to the mountains like Satan, and Peter says, "Man, you're a strong fellow, aren't ya?" And tries to keep fighting him. Uses a key and base spider web to shoot a key spider ball at him. It flung Cell all the way out, but he's not out of the ring yet. He managed to stop it right in time, right on time, and he shoots a Kamehameha wave. Peter seeing this with his spider sense, he dodged it, but he couldn't dodge all of Cell's attack, even with his spider sense. He couldn't do what he did with Raditz and keep dodging and dodging, because Raditz was a little bit weaker than Peter at that point. Well, he was close to Peter's power, so he could dodge him, but Cell was leagues beyond Peter. So Peter knew it was coming, but he couldn't dodge in time. There was some times he could dodge, but there was multiple times where he almost got knocked out of the ring. And eventually he did, but he did good damage to Cell. Next to go in was Miguel. Miguel didn't waste time and uses one of his claws, scratches him, ropes him up with his spider webs, and Miguel says, "I am not letting this timeline become the same as mine." Miguel gets serious and tries to kill him, tries to kill Cell, but Cell managed to break the webs in time and dodge. Miguel gets really angry seeing this, and he decides to go on a full rampage and tries to kill Cell fully. He uses a energy blast and Cell almost gets erased. Cell's left arm was burned off, but Miguel still got eliminated. The next to go up was Goku, but Cell is now a little bit damaged. So Goku tries to give him a sensu, but Miguel says, "Goku, don't. You are making a huge mistake. With his Saiyan genes, if you give him a sensu, he might heal up and get a Senkai." Goku seeing this, he said, "Alright." And he gives that one to Miguel. So Goku wants and fight him. And Goku managed to beat him. Or so he thought. Cell got knocked out of the ring, but he wasn't dead. And Cell gets enraged and says, "All the rules are now gone." And he breaks the arena, and he launches at Goku, and Goku goes up to the atmosphere and uses a Kamehameha wave. Cell said, "You wouldn't dare. That would destroy the whole Earth." But Goku would dare. So Goku did it, and everybody on the planet got killed. But what was that? Goku and the others are still in space. They're not dead. How? They're strong enough to survive the blast. Even the human sea fighters, they are still strong enough. So there was no Dragon Balls left. Everybody was floating in space. There was nothing to do but one thing. Bulma made a spaceship in 10 days, and she wanted to find Namek. And she eventually found it, and it was a couple hours after the sea fighters Goku blew up the earth. So she said to the other, "Please, I need to revive everybody who died." So the others, seeing no so evil intense, so the other allows it, and the earth is now brought back. everybody is back except for Cell. So, Cell is basically 18 and 17 were basically killed by absorbed by Cell, so it was basically getting killed. So, what do you guys think? Should 18 and 17 be brought back to life too? I might probably pull for that one. But moving on, everybody gets back, and Bulma says to them, "Can somebody be their guardian because their guardian is now gone? They fused with another Namekian on their planet, and with no hesitation, then they says, 'I'll do it,' and they all go back to Earth by using the second wish, and now they are back, Bulma, and then they are back on Earth. Then they uses, then they became the new Kami, the new god, upgrade the dragon, so now he has 3 wishes, and this seems really bad. They don't got, they don't got Super Saiyan 2 because Gohan never rages out. So, what do you guys think? What will happen next? But the future time travelers went back to the future, and everything is now back to being peaceful. So what will happen next in the 7 years? Would they get Super Saiyan with Goku alive? What will happen? We'll find out next time on DBZ.